Hi everyone, I'm Saffron. For those of you I haven't met yet, I'm the director of Circus With Purpose. And since we're about a couple months away from the retreat, I wanted to share with y'all a little conditioning sequence that you can do to get your body ready for all of the fun that we're going to have. For this workout, you'll need a pull-up bar, whether an at-home pull-up bar or one at a gym, and a theraband. And then if you don't have a pull-up bar, pull-ups are awesome training for aerial. But if you don't have a pull-up bar in any capacity, you could also work on doing push-ups instead to just like build pushing strength or pulling strength. It's ideally great to practice both. And yeah, so it's a really simple sequence. We're just going to start with like 5 minutes of cardio. And for cardio, you can do jumping jacks. So like 20 jumping jacks is a nice place to start. We just want to get, it can really be anything if you want to like dance or run around the room or shake or whatever you want. Just like moving consistently for 5 minutes will heat up the body from the inside. So it makes everything safer. Woo! And also it's nice if it's cold outside. I don't know about you guys, but I'm getting a little bit cold here. And so cardio is really helping me develop my inner sunshine until we get to the beach. It's about 20 of those. And then we can do 20 squats. So I like to do these little squats where I tap my elbow. Also helps with balance. A little squat, tap elbow. And I alternate between tapping elbow to the side, tapping elbow to the side, tapping elbow across, tapping elbow across. Oops. And it's kind of a brain teaser sometimes. Awesome. And then you can like shake that out. This is kind of a weird one, but I like to shake my hips from side to side and shake out my hands. Of course, if you want to do mountain climbers or really anything, this just for me like loosens up my lower back, it loosens up my hips, it gets my ankles moving, my wrists moving, and like it feels like it's releasing any like stuck energy. So that's why I like it. Shaking the hands is a good thing to do with it. Also like tapping the body, just kind of warming up the nervous system is really great. Yeah, really twist it out. You can also kind of like add your arms and get kind of an upper back twist. Hopefully starting to feel a little bit warm now. And then we're going to do a little bit more cardio. I try to do about 5 minutes. So the next one, we'll squat down and imagine that you're like pulling weeds using your shoulder blades. Squat down and then throw the weeds to the side. And so you can kind of like move through this. I like to kick my leg back in the back. And this is good for like our upper back, our shoulders, wing stretchers, stretching out our wings. And you can also just do it without throwing the leg back. The leg just adds a little bit of extension of the hip, being really gentle, not trying to push too hard. We're just trying to warm the body. Let's do one more of these. And then we're going to go overhead. So I'm going to show you from the side. Wow, it's working. So we're going to pull and then kick and kick back. Pull, kick and kick back. And it's not about how high you go. Really try to stay in external rotation of the arms, meaning the biceps rolls forward. So that's helping us find that good shoulder alignment to protect us in that end of the range. And this is just active flexibility. It's just using the muscles to extend, which is really good for us. Okay, and then 2 more of these. And then shake that out. Now we'll just do some joint mobilization. So, using the, hold on a sec. Using our head, just going up and down. About 10 of these. And then side to side. And then we'll roll the head half circle, or if it feels good to you to do a full circle, you might notice some like cracks. That is normal. Awesome. And then we'll do shoulder circles. So we'll go small circle, medium circle, big circle. And we'll do those 3 things 5 times through. So that's the 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. Cool. Now we're reversing. Forward, medium, large. Forward, medium, large. Woo. Forward's kind of a brain teaser. Medium, large. 2 more. Last one. Awesome. Rib cage circles are next. So these are weird. I like to bend my knees so my hips don't do it. We're trying to move through the rib cage, the thoracic spine, to mobilize that area of the body. So we're going to press our ribs forward, then over to the side, and then backwards, and then to the other side. So you're kind of like hitting these diamond shapes and then smoothing it out. And I like to like actually hold because I can notice any sticky bits. If there are sticky bits, that's normal. It's about 5 of those, and then we're going to reverse. So forward, other side, back, other side, forward, other side, back, smooth. And I can tell that I'm using my hips too. So if you're getting into it and you're having a good time and you're using your hips, that's great. Okay, so now we're going to do the hips. So we're going to go forward, side, back, side, forward, side, back, side, and then smooth. You might notice cracks. I'm definitely noticing cracks. That is good. That is our joints lubricating themselves. And then reverse, side, back, side, forward, and smooth. And then we're going to do ankles and wrists. So we'll stand on one foot. If you need to hold onto a wall here, that's totally fine. We'll circle the wrists 5 times in one direction, and then 5 times in the other direction. Awesome. And same thing, other side. Crickety crackety. And reversing. This side always got weird when I reverse. We can do it. Awesome. Whew. Okay. So the next one is standing single leg RDLs, which you can do them just standing, or you can hold onto a wall, which is really nice to just give yourself extra support. So with a hand on a wall, you can take your foot forward and then backward. So we're getting through that full range of the hip, going forward, kicking. These are our inversion muscles for aerial, and then kicking back. Those are our kick up muscles for a handstand. So we're kind of working both of those ranges. Whew. We'll do 5 to 10 of these, depending on how you're feeling. If 5 feels like enough, that is awesome. If 10 is the right number, then awesome. Just try to make it even on both sides. And then you can take your hands onto a block or onto the floor, or I have a ball here. But we'll just do a little bend, Shiva squats, and straighten 5 times. Stretching out those hamstrings. Awesome. And then we'll come into a forward fold and just shake out your head, relax your neck and your jaw. Sorry, my little clippy thing is doing weird things. And then we'll go to the other side. So same thing, other side. Kicking forward and backwards. 5 to 10 times. And then you can have your hands on blocks or on a chair or anything that you need to like bring the ground closer to you. And then we'll do 5 little dips, Shiva squats. This isn't about the height of the leg. It's more about like using the muscles to go into the range that we're trying to go into. Active flexibility, which helps prevent injuries and all sorts of other good things. And then we'll take a forward fold. You can bend your knees. Relax your head. I have this weird little thing, so it's not that easy for me to relax my head. But feel free to like massage your neck, release any tension, and then we can take a nice half lift, stretch into the hamstrings a little bit, and then roll all the way up. Okay, now for our little circuit. First, we're going to warm up our shoulders, and then we're going to do pull-ups, assisted pull-ups, 3 sets. And then we'll do some core and then some like back of our core. And we'll just do 3 rounds. So to warm up the shoulders, I like to use a theraband. They're really awesome and easy to travel with. I do several sets of external rotation. So rolling our shoulders back and bringing our elbows into our rib cage. Grab onto the theraband and then just try to separate it. Try not to let your ribs separate. Try to just do it with the muscles in between your shoulder blades. Keeping your neck nice and long. And we'll do 10 of these. Woo! And then we're going to try to go into this 90-degree flexion and do the same thing. it's harder. Woo! But this helps because aerial really activates the internal rotators. So this just helps balance out all of those muscles and helps prevent shoulder injury. And they're really hard. Cool. Okay. Woo. And the next one, we're going to hold it out in front of us, a little bit higher than shoulder width, still grabbing shoulder width. And then we're going to squeeze our shoulders together and press our heart into the band. And we're just going to open and close. Sorry, it's touching my little sound thing. It's really nice when you can kind of press your heart into it. Just feels good. Okay, so about 10 of those. And then 10 times we're going to do a shoulder floss. So just over and back. Getting out any kinks and cracks. Awesome. Okay, the last one is, yes, for our little scapular retractors. These are really great for me and help me really great before I do aerial, especially anything like long hangs where my shoulders can get kind of like pulled forward. So we're just really using those muscles in our back, in between our shoulder blades, squeezing our elbows back, trying to just activate the back muscles, but don't let the ribs flare too much. And we're just going to go forward and backwards. Long neck. And you can also do this against, like if you can put this on like a pole or something, you can do it standing. Okay, and then this is a little bit weird. I like to loosen up the tension and then just try to do external rotation here. You can skip this one if it's too weird. But we're just trying to activate those external rotators. Awesome. Okay. So now we're ready for our little pull-up set. So we'll come over to our pull-up bar. I like to use a chair. If you have a gym, you probably have like a real pull-up bar where you can add weight and it helps you like assist your pull-ups. I don't have one of those, so I just use a chair and I put it under my feetsies. You can see my little chair. Doot. And that way I can like support myself in doing pull-ups. I used to not even be able to do one pull-up, but doing assisted pull-ups is a really great way to be able to learn to do a pull-up. So I like to hold on to these rungs because it helps me keep external rotation. You can also alternate between holding forward and backwards to just get the different muscles of the shoulders. So it's totally up to you. For me, I put my feet on this little thingy. And you can just hang here for a minute. It's a great stretch of the shoulders. Try to pull your ribs down. And then we're just going to go up and down for 5 to 10. Really trying to keep the neck long. Trying to use those muscles that we activated with the bands. Awesome. And then you can kind of stretch it out a little bit. Ugh. Cool. Next, we're going to do a little bit of core. So we'll give our arms a little break. We'll use our core. So, oh gosh. Okay, cool. So here we have our yoga mat. I like to take my hands down. Really try to pull your lower back into a neutral position so your core is active. And then hug the knees in to a tuck, extend, go as low as you can without arching through the back. So really keeping that belly in and flat. Then straighten as much as you can, doesn't matter if it goes that high. And then extend, and then open, just as much as you can. And we're going through those 3 positions 5 times. So tuck, pike, straddle, tuck, pike, straddle. And you can do this without arms if you want more of a challenge. So, or overhead. So choose your variation. Woo! I think that was 5. And then you can just kind of rinse that out, little windshield wipers. Awesome. The next one we're going to do is for our back body. So these are just like bridge rolls, which are just super good for your back in general. So you want to take your feet into a neutral position, hip width apart. Place your hands down on the ground. Roll up through the spine. Lift and lower. 10 times. Cool, and then when you get here, you could do 10 little pulses. Try to keep your belly down and reach your pubic bone up. 10 little pulses here, just using your hamstrings. Sweet. And then you can kind of stretch it out here. Little happy baby. Woo. So those are our 3 stations, and you can go through them as you like. 3 times. I recommend 3 times. And you can change up with the pull-ups. You can change up whether you want to face forward in just like neutral rotation or full external rotation to just get the different parts of the body, the different parts of the shoulders worked. You could also swap them out for push-ups if that's how you're feeling. And you can do a different core exercise and also a different back strengthener. So if you wanted to do cobras or something else. But yeah, just make it your own. Go through those 3 rounds, and I can't wait to see y'all in Nicaragua. Mwah!